Hi everyone, in this tutorial we'll be learning how to find the angle between each pair of vectors if it is defined. So how do we find the angle of each pair of vectors? So we have two vectors here. So these are my origin. So origin 0, 0. So this is my vector A, B, another vector C, D. So the angle between each pair of vectors is defined as this. So this is theta. So this is vector u. This is vector v. So now we can use this formula to get the angle between each vectors. Cosine theta equals to dot product of u times v divided by the magnitude of u times the magnitude of v. So now we can try to get the result of the angle. So therefore the angle equals to arc cosine, means inverse cosine of u, dot product of u and v over magnitude of u times the magnitude of v. So now we have already learned how to do the dot product, and we have already learned how to find the magnitude. We can already learn how to get the angle. So let's start with example A first. So what's the dot product of these two vectors? So it's 1, 2, dot product of 1, 4 will give me. So this is 1 times 1 plus 2 times 4 will give me 9. And the magnitude of this vector is equals to square root 1 square plus 2 square will give me square root of 5. Whereas the magnitude of this vector 1, 4 will give me 1 square plus 4 square equals to square root of 17. So now let's plug in our value to find this one, to find our value of the angle, exact value. Therefore this angle equals to cosine, the inverse cosine. So our dot product is 9. So 9 over 5 square root 5 times square root of 17 equals to inverse cosine 9 over square root of 85. So hence this is our exact value. So now let's do another example, which is example B. So for B we write the same thing. Now to find the dot product of these vectors 1, 2, 0, dot product of 0, 4, 1 will give me, so 1 times 0 plus 2 times 4 plus 0 times 1 will give me 8. And now for the magnitude of the vector. So the magnitude of vector of 1, 2, 0 will give me square root of 1 square plus plus 2 square will give me square root of 5 whereas the magnitude of the second vector 0, 4, 1 will give me 0 square plus 4 square plus 1 square will give me square root of 17. So hence, our angle can be written as this inverse cosine bracket 8 over square root 5 times square root of 17 equals to inverse cosine 8 over square root of 85 so this will be our final answer. For the last example, notice that they have different amount of rows and different amount of columns. So this is it has two elements, yes, three elements. Therefore, since finding the angle between each pair of vectors involves using a dot product, hence we cannot apply the angle between each pair of vector in this situation. Hence, it is not defined and we are not able to get the angle. So that's all for today's tutorial, and thank you all for watching this tutorial. Thank you and have a nice day.